Hey guys, welcome to the Prepping Preacher channel. I'm Brother Tim, man. I'm so glad you're here. I hope God is truly blessing you. Hey, it's tomato time in Tennessee, and maybe you're like us that you've put up marinara and you've put up tomato sauce and you've put up the salsa. Well, I'm going to show you another place that you can put them tomatoes to good use. So stay tuned. As I said, this is the Prepping Preacher channel. I'm Brother Tim, and I hope God is truly blessing. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, if it's your first time here, man, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. That way we know you're here, and you'll get all the new videos that are coming out. And for you guys that have stuck around the congregation, well, God bless you, man. Y'all are showing the love. Enjoy the lives, man. We have a good time on there. And I hope that I'm teaching you some things, and you're teaching me, man. I love the comments, and thank you with the comments. Also, always know that you can put prayer requests in the comments, and in my description is the email. Send me an email if you've got some questions or you got some prayer requests. We do pray for you when we see those prayer requests. Guys, this is the site that is going to continue to be pro-God. That's going to continue to be pro-family, going to continue to be pro-life, going to continue to be pro-guns, that's Second Amendment, and going to continue to be pro these United States of America. God bless our veterans. God bless our soldiers. Lord, protect them is what we ask. But as I was saying in the intro, guys, it is tomato time in Tennessee, man. They're really hitting bumper crops with us right now. I understand California's having a little problem out there with the drought, but man, Tennessee, we've been blessed. I think they said we're 6 inches over the normal for our rainfall here, so the tomatoes have really been coming on. And even in our little garden that we've got, our garden spot, we've had quite a few. And after a while, we've canned marinara, we've canned tomato sauce, we'll can the salsa. We make the salsa or picante sauce. We put it up. But some years back, when we were having bumpers and we were bringing in 5-gallon buckets, 2 or 3 of them a night, we were having to put the tomatoes somewhere. And so I started making my version of what I call sun-dried tomato or sun-dried tomato chips. And guys, it's a real good use of your tomatoes, and man, they're good. Man, they're good. So watch how we do it. All right, well, I try to get everything laid out, ready to work. Get your knife good and sharp. Try to cut them, I'd say probably an 1/8 inch thick, like so. And if you got a tough core, go ahead and cut that out. But just slice it down. There we go. Leave your fingers where they belong. All right. Now, I'll lay them out so I can get the oil on them and the spices. But just lay them out. Now I got a little plum one here. But yeah, tomatoes have come in good. Oh yeah, this is good and ripe here. Man, you ought to smell this. But get a few of them cut here. Lay them out like so. All right. You don't want them too thick because it takes forever for them to dry. You don't want them too thin because they just break into little pieces. And what we're doing is we're making, these are like chips. Now that one's a little thick right there. But I try to get a tray full, and that usually involves about this mat worth cut up at one time. And then we'll doctor them. So just hang with me here. I don't want to cut too fast because, like I said, I've done got used to my fingers being where they belong. And there's that one. All right, so now, got the mat just about full. And we come in And put us a little oil in here. Press a little olive oil on them. All right. Now, this is Italian seasoning. I'm using a jar that I've used all the time. I mix up my own. It's basil, oregano, thyme. You adjust it to your own taste. A little bit of salt in there. A little bit of onion powder. Just sprinkle it on, and I hit it with a little more salt after I get it. But see, do it on the front end like this. You've got them laid here. Get them good and covered. All right. Then I hit them with the salt. A little bit of salt on them. Now, you know, again, it's up to your own taste. Then I start placing them onto the tray, flipping them over, because I'm going to spray them again. Now, always have the oil on both sides, because if you don't, they're going to stick. When they dry, they'll stick to that tray. And, buddy, you'll have a mess to clean up. All right. Load that tray up, leave a little room in between them there so the air can circulate. All right, make sure that you are flipping them over. You've got the oil on that side, as I said. Without that, you're going to have a mess on your hands because they will stick. Now you can use the aerosol olive oil also, but it's easier with that little spritz bottle and probably a whole lot cheaper. But load that tray up, leave a little room in between. All right, there you go. Now let's hit it again with the spritz. Now we hit it with our herbs. Put some paper towels down so you don't make such a big mess and make Mama mad. There we go. But she said the mess is worth it when she gets these chips. All right, there you go. All right, we put the last tray on there. Now at the top, plug it up. That's the only thing about this Nesco is that you don't have a on and off switch. You just got the plug. I like to turn it between 135, 145, roughly, just a little past it. Now we wait. All right, well, we're 12 hours into it. The last hour we bump it up to 160 just to get them good and crisp. So let me unplug it and let's show you what we got. All right, well, y'all saw the trays. They were filled, but evidently somebody was eating them as they were getting ready. Guys, I'm trying to tell you they're good. She may think she's R&D, but I think she's more of Consumer Reports. My lovely wife decided she was going to eat some of them. But you can see what's left here on this top tray. They're good and crisp. See here? That's what you want. Well, as you can see, there's a little bit of work to them. One thing, you don't have to peel them like you do when you're working with the marinara and stuff like that. But you slice them always, you know, and slicing is key here. You don't want too thin because they'll just be brittle and fall apart in the dehydrator. Now, the dehydrator we're using is a Nesco, and I guess they're still making it. We've had it for years, but I'll put a link there of what we're using. And there's nothing really fancy to this. Basically, we put olive oil on them. I spray the racks even with the spray olive oil just so they won't stick. That way they come right off, and it's easier for cleanup because I'm going to tell you, the racks we have in our dehydrator are too big to put in the dishwasher, so you have to hand wash and try to get all the little pieces out of there and clean it up for the next go round. So yeah, I don't want them to stick, and so that's why I kind of do a double duty with the spraying of the oil, and then I have the oil where I put it on the tomato itself and the olive oil. Now, and the thing about it with that olive oil, you are introducing a fat to that dehydrated vegetable. So we try to keep ours in the freezer because of that. Now, you don't have to put the oil on there. You can still sprinkle them with the Italian seasoning. No, the seasoning, nothing special. Now, that's a jar I've had for about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. I keep reusing because I'll put the oregano, the basil, the thyme, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder in it. and use it as a shaker. I like to reuse stuff when I can. And so it's not anything special. You can buy at Dollar Tree or at, I saw there at Aldi's, their mix of Italian seasoning and use it. I add a little bit different to it. And I also hit it with the salt shaker. Now, if you're on a low sodium diet, you don't have to do that. They'll dry just fine. And I'm telling you, man, it's like a bite of sunshine when you get these things. This is what we end up with at the end. Now that's one drying here, and we'll put that in the freezer and then add to it as we do more. As you saw, sometimes they don't make it off of the dehydrator. Like I said in the video, my wife, she told me she was R&D, research and development, but I think it's more of consumer reports because she's eating them and telling me how good they are. And I tell you what, you can't beat the smell, man, when you walk in the house, because it smells like a pizzeria when I was overseas. But that's what we do with some of our bumper crop of our tomatoes. Just another alternative there, another way to use them. And I do use them in cooking. Matter of fact, I'll put them in my risotto as I'm cooking down the broth of my risotto, and I'll have a sun-dried tomato risotto. It gives it a whole different flavor. I've used them in gravies or sauces, so to speak, before. You can get real experimental with them, and they can reconstitute and be used in sauces and in different cooking applications. But guys, they're good, and I just wanted to show you one of the things, how we put stuff up here. And if you made it this far, well, God bless you. I appreciate it. And like I said, if let me know what you think. Let me know some of the different uses that you have for tomatoes. Hit us down below with some comments. It's all about utilizing what God has given us. And tomatoes are easy to grow, and they're easy to use. But also, you can buy them from the farmers and buy them. We have Mennonites and Amish up here. You can buy them if you don't have the availability to do these at your home, or to grow them at your home, but you can still be putting them up. And I'm telling you, it'll be worth your time and effort. Guys, I love you and want the best for you. And until I see you again, I pray God may richly bless you. You'll continue to stand in that gap. This is the Prepping Preacher. Guys, I'm out of here to eat some tomatoes.